The champagne tastes like ash in my mouth as I watch them across the room. Every laugh, every casual touch between them burns like acid against my skin. I've spent 3 hours maintaining this plastic smile, accepting congratulations for my engagement, while the truth writhes in my stomach like a nest of snakes. To the happy couple! Someone raises another toast, and I lift my glass mechanically, my eyes fixed on Paula's hand, resting just a moment too long on Vincent's arm. The crystal stem nearly cracks in my grip. 6 hours ago, I was the woman who had it all. Successful career, devoted fiancé, and a best friend who'd been my rock since college. Now I'm standing in my own engagement party, watching that same best friend eye fuck the man who slipped this 3-carat lie onto my finger. Lena, honey, you look a million miles away. My sister Savannah appears at my elbow, her concern genuine. She doesn't know yet. Nobody does. Just taking it all in, I manage, my voice steady despite the screaming in my head. The hotel ballroom sparkles with fairy lights and fresh flowers. All Paula's doing, of course. She insisted on planning everything, now I know why. The email had arrived while I was getting ready for the party. A simple message from an anonymous account. Thought you should see this. Attached were dozens of screenshots. Intimate messages between Vincent and Paula spanning months. Pictures of them together when they thought I was working late. Hotel receipts. The evidence was methodical, devastating, and absolutely undeniable. You've outdone yourself with this party, Paula. My mother gushes as Paula glides past, champagne in hand. Such attention to detail. Paula beams, her red lips curving into a smile that now looks more predatory than friendly. Well, Lena deserves the very best, doesn't she? Her eyes meet mine, and I see something flicker there. Challenge? Guilt? Triumph? I excuse myself to the bathroom, needing a moment to breathe. The marble counter is cool under my palms as I lean forward, studying my reflection. I look immaculate. Paula's recommended makeup artist did a fantastic job. My dark hair falls in perfect waves. My green dress hugs every curve. I look like a woman living a fairy tale. The bathroom door swings open, and Paula saunters in, checking her lipstick in the mirror beside me. Having fun, sweetie? She asks, and the pet name makes my skin crawl. The party's perfect, I reply, watching her reflection. You must have put so much thought into every single detail. She pauses, her lipstick hovering near her mouth. Our eyes meet in the mirror, and for a moment, the pretense drops from her face. Lena, don't. My voice is soft but sharp enough to draw blood. Not here, not now. The door opens again, and 2 giggling guests stumble in. Paula's mask slides back into place seamlessly as she turns to greet them. I slip out, my heart hammering against my ribs. Vincent intercepts me near the bar, his hand settling possessively on my waist. There's my beautiful fiancé, he murmurs, and I fight the urge to recoil. How many times has he whispered similar words to Paula? Dance with me? He suggests, already pulling me toward the floor. The band starts a slow song. Our song, the one that was playing the night he proposed. The night Paula helped him plan, down to the last rose petal. As we sway together, I rest my head against his chest, feeling his heart beat steady and strong. He thinks he's won. They both do. They think I'm the same sweet, trusting Lena they've been playing for fools. I love you, he whispers into my hair, and something inside me shifts. The hurt and shock crystallize into something harder, colder, more dangerous. I lift my face to his, letting him see only what I want him to see. The adoring fiancé, the woman too blind with love to spot the betrayal right in front of her. I love you too, I whisper back, and my voice doesn't shake at all. His arms tighten around me, secure in his victory. Over his shoulder, I catch Paula watching us, her champagne glass paused halfway to her lips. I smile at her, slow and sweet, and watch as uncertainty creeps into her eyes. She knows me better than anyone, or thinks she does. She's seen every hurt I've ever suffered, helped me through every setback and disappointment. But she's never seen this version of me. The one who's already calculating, already planning, already imagining the exact moment their perfect little world implodes. The one who's going to teach them both what happens when you mistake kindness for weakness. The music swells around us as Vincent holds me close, completely unaware that he's dancing with a ghost. The woman he fell in love with died 3 hours ago. I'm something else now, something with teeth and claws and patience. Let them have tonight. Let them think they've won. Tomorrow is soon enough to start burning their world to the ground. The morning after my engagement party, I wake up alone in our bed, my head pounding from champagne and rage. Vincent's already left for work, or so his hastily scrawled note claims. My fingers crush the paper into a tight ball. How many mornings has he actually been with her? I pull up the anonymous email again, studying the evidence I've already memorized. The earliest messages date back 7 months, around the time Paula started insisting on weekly girls' nights. Girls' nights that often ended with her too drunk to drive home. My phone buzzes. Paula? Brunch? We need to talk about the wedding plans. The audacity steals my breath. I type back, absolutely. Our usual spot in an hour? The cafe is quiet for a Sunday morning. Paula's already there, wearing oversized sunglasses despite the cloudy day. Her smile falters when she sees my expression. Rough morning? She asks lightly, pushing a mimosa toward me. Hair of the dog? I sit down, letting the silence stretch until she shifts uncomfortably. How long have you been fucking my fiancé, Paula? The mimosa glass freezes halfway to her lips. What are you? Don't. I pull out my phone, slide it across the table. Just don't. She scrolls through the messages, her face draining of color. When she looks up, there are tears in her eyes. Lena, please, it's not what you think. Really? My laugh sounds foreign even to me. Because I think my best friend has been sleeping with the man I'm supposed to marry. I think you've been looking me in the eye for months, planning my wedding while planning to destroy my life. He was going to leave you. The words burst out of her. He told me he was unhappy, that you were too focused on your career, that what? That I deserved this? The rage rises in my throat like bile. That somehow this would hurt less because you were my friend? I love him, she whispers, and something inside me snaps. I stand up so quickly, my chair scrapes against the floor. You love him? Then explain this. I pull up another email on my phone, one I discovered at 3 a.m. while diving deeper into Vincent's accounts. 2 weeks ago, he made a reservation at the Belmont Hotel. Not with you, with someone named Eliana. Paula's face goes slack. What? Oh, you didn't know? My smile feels like broken glass. Turns out you're just as disposable as I am. She grabs my wrist as I turn to leave. Lena, wait. There's something you need to know. Get your hand off me. My voice is deadly quiet. The only thing I need to know is how long you've been planning this. Was it before or after you helped him pick out my engagement ring? Her fingers fall away. It wasn't. I never meant. Save it. I shoulder my bag, but pause before leaving. You know what the worst part is? I actually felt guilty last month when he surprised me with that weekend trip. I was so busy with the Morrison case that I almost canceled. But you insisted I go, said I deserved the break. A bitter laugh escapes me. You just wanted me out of town so you could have him to yourself, didn't you? The tears spilling down her cheeks might be real, but I'm done caring. I trusted you with everything, Paula. Everything, and you're not even his only side piece. I walk out of the cafe into the gray morning, my hands shaking as I pull out my phone. I scroll through my contacts until I find the number I need. Marquise Valdez, the attorney who helped me win the Morrison case. He answers on the second ring. Lena, everything okay? I need your help. My voice is steady now. How much do you know about corporate fraud? Enough to be dangerous. Why? Because my fiancé's been embezzling from his investment firm, and I have proof. Another gift from my anonymous tipster. Bank statements showing suspicious transfers, clients' money disappearing into offshore accounts. I also have evidence that his assistant helped him cover it up. His assistant? Yes, Paula Miller. The name tastes like poison on my tongue. My best friend and maid of honor. There's a long pause. Come to my office, now. As I flag down a taxi, my phone buzzes with a text from Vincent. Working late tonight, babe. Don't wait up. I type back. No problem. Love you. The heart emoji feels like a weapon. Let him think I'm clueless. Let Paula think she's broken me. They have no idea what's coming. Because here's the thing about betrayal. It teaches you how to lie. How to smile while plotting destruction. How to turn love into a weapon. And I'm just getting started. Marky's office smells like leather and old books, a scent that usually calms me. Not today. I pace in front of his desk while he reviews the documents, each click of his mouse making my skin crawl. Sit down, Lena, he says finally. You're making me dizzy. I sink into the chair, my fingers automatically twisting my engagement ring. Well? He leans back, studying me over steepled fingers. You have enough here to destroy them both. The question is, are you ready for what that means? I'm ready to watch them burn. The venom in my voice surprises even me. No, he says quietly. You're not, because burning them means burning yourself too. Your reputation, your privacy, possibly your career. Everything gets dragged into the light. My stomach lurches. What do you mean? Think about it. You're a senior partner at your firm. Your fiancé's been running a Ponzi scheme. Even if you had no knowledge, people will question. Clients might leave. The media will dig into every aspect of your life. I hadn't considered this. In my rage-fueled planning, I'd only thought about making them pay. There's something else. Marquise turns his monitor toward me. Look at the dates on these transfers. I lean forward, scanning the numbers. What am I looking for? The largest transfers happened during your business trips. All of them. The implication hits me like a physical blow. You think Paula was tracking my schedule? I think she did more than track it. These transfers required dual authentication. Someone with access to both Vincent's credentials and the firm's secure system. My head spins. I gave Paula my work calendar password months ago. She was helping coordinate the wedding around my court dates. Exactly. Marky's voice is gentle. This goes deeper than an affair, Lena. They've been using you as cover for their operation. I bolt for his private bathroom, barely making it before my breakfast comes up. When I emerge, shaking, Marquis is holding out a glass of water. Thanks, I manage, sinking back into the chair. There's more. He hesitates. The name Eliana Webb mean anything to you? My chest tightens. Vincent's other woman, what about her? She's not his lover. She's an SEC investigator. The water glass nearly slips from my fingers. What? They've been building a case for months. That hotel meeting? Probably a sting operation. A laugh bubbles up, slightly hysterical. So while I've been planning revenge, the government's been planning an arrest? Not exactly. Marquis leans forward. They're focused on the money, but with your help, we could make sure Paula doesn't slip through the cracks. She's smart, probably has an exit strategy. She does. The certainty in my voice makes him raise an eyebrow. Paula never goes into anything without a backup plan. She'll have evidence against Vincent, leverage to cut a deal. Unless someone beats her to it. His smile is sharp. Someone with inside knowledge of both the affair and the fraud. Understanding dawns. You want me to flip on them first? I want you to protect yourself, and maybe get some justice in the process. He slides a business card across the desk. Antonio Gonzalez, SEC's lead counsel on cases like this. He owes me a favor. I stare at the card, remembering Paula's face in the cafe. The tears, the desperation. Had any of it been real? Or was she already planning her escape? My phone buzzes. A text from Vincent. Miss you, beautiful. Dinner tonight? Another buzz. Paula. Can we talk, please? I need to explain. They're circling the wagons, I realize. Planning their next move while thinking I'm still reeling from the affair revelation. Okay, I tell Marquise. Set up the meeting with Antonio. But first, I pull up my calendar. The one I know Paula still monitors. I'm going to send a message. I create a new appointment. Meeting with divorce attorney, 2 p.m. Marquis reads it and grins. Let them sweat? Let them panic, I correct, standing up. While they're scrambling to contain that situation, we'll be meeting with the SEC. He walks me to the door, then catches my arm. Lena, are you sure about this? Once we start, there's no going back. I think about Vincent's gentle lies, Paula's practiced concern. 7 months of betrayal, wrapped in love and friendship. They took everything from me, I say quietly. My trust, my future, my faith in myself. The least I can do is return the favor. As I walk to my car, both their messages remain unanswered. Let them wonder. Let them worry. They taught me how to play this game. Now it's time to show them how well I've learned. Antonio's office feels like an interrogation room, all stark lights and uncomfortable chairs. He hasn't stopped typing since Marquise and I arrived, his fingers moving across the keyboard like angry spiders. So, he says finally, looking up, you're the fiancé. Something in his tone makes my spine stiffen. Yes. So, and you expect me to believe you knew nothing about this fraud until yesterday? Antonio, Marquis warns, but I hold up a hand. No, let him ask. I lean forward. You've been watching Vincent for months. Tell me, what exactly did you see? Antonio studies me, then pulls up a file on his computer. A woman who took 3 luxury vacations this year, who drives a car worth more than most people's homes, who wears a ring that could put a kid through college. All paid for by Vincent, I say quietly. All his ideas, his surprises. Would you like to see my bank records, my investment portfolio? I earned everything I have. Except the ring, which I'll be returning, along with everything else he's given me. My voice doesn't waver. But first, I want to help you take him down. He leans back, expression shifting. Why? Because he didn't just steal money. He stole years of my life, made me complicit in his crimes without my knowledge, used my reputation, my relationships, my trust. My hands clench in my lap. And he didn't do it alone. Antonio's eyes narrow. Paula Miller. Yes? We've been watching her too. Smart woman. Careful. He taps his keyboard. Almost too careful. What do you mean? He turns his monitor toward me. These transfers? They're traceable to Vincent, but Paula's involvement is murky, almost like someone was covering her tracks, I finish, feeling sick. Someone good with computers, someone who had access to the firm's security systems. Marquis sits forward. Lena? My sister, I whisper. Savannah works in IT at the firm. She and Paula. They've been close lately. I thought it was because of the wedding. Antonio's typing speeds up. Savannah Bond, 25, certified ethical hacker, promoted to security chief 6 months ago. The room spins slightly. She wouldn't. Paula must have manipulated her somehow. Or, Antonio says carefully, she's more involved than you think. No. I stand up so quickly, my chair scrapes back. Not Savannah. She's the only person I trust right now. Sit down, Lena. Marky's voice is gentle but firm. We need to consider every possibility. My phone buzzes. Speaking of Savannah. Hey sis, saw your calendar. Divorce attorney? Call me. I stare at the message, remembering how Savannah reacted at the engagement party. How she kept pulling Paula aside for whispered conversations. How she's been working late so often lately. I need to go, I announce. I need to talk to my sister. Bad idea, Antonio says flatly. If she's involved. Then I'll find out. I grab my bag. But I need to know for sure. Marquise follows me into the hallway. Lena, wait. Think about this. If Savannah is helping Paula, then she's been lying to me too. I turn to face him. But I have to know. I have to look her in the eye. He grabs my arm as I start to walk away. Be careful. People do unexpected things when cornered. I think of Paula's tears in the cafe, of Vincent's easy lies. I know, that's what I'm counting on. The drive to Savannah's apartment is a blur. She opens the door before I can knock, concern written across her face. Lena, what's going on? Are you okay? I walk past her into the apartment, noting the 2 wine glasses on the coffee table. One has a red lipstick stain, Paula's signature shade. Where is she? Savannah's face goes blank. Who? Don't. My voice cracks. Please don't lie to me too. I can't take it from you. The bathroom door opens, and Paula steps out, her face pale. Lena, how long? I ask Savannah, not looking at Paula. How long have you been helping them hide the transfers? My sister's silence is answer enough. I trusted you. The words taste like ashes. You're the only person I trusted completely. It's not what you think, Savannah starts, but I cut her off. Really? Because I think my sister helped my best friend and my fiancé steal millions of dollars. I think you all used me as your unwitting cover. I think... My voice breaks. I think I never really knew any of you at all. I turn to leave, but Paula steps in front of me. You don't understand. We were trying to protect you. I laugh, and the sound makes them both flinch. Protect me? That's what you're going with? Lena, please. Savannah reaches for me. Let us explain. I step back, pulling out my phone. The recording app shows 3 minutes of conversation. More than enough. No need, I say quietly. You can explain it all to the SEC. Their faces drain of color as I walk out, my heart breaking all over again. But this time, the pain feels like fuel. Time to burn it all down. The recording plays through Antonio's speakers, my sister's voice filling the room with betrayal. I've listened to it 20 times since leaving her apartment, but it still feels like being stabbed. This changes everything, Antonio says, pausing the playback. With your sister involved, the whole case shifts. How so? Marquise asks from his position by the window. Because now we have proof of internal collusion at multiple levels. This isn't just fraud anymore. It's conspiracy. My phone buzzes. Vincent again. Where are you? We need to talk. 3 missed calls from Paula. 5 from Savannah. They're getting nervous, I murmur, showing the screen to Marquis. Good. Antonio leans forward. But we need more. The recording proves knowledge of wrongdoing, but not... A knock at the door cuts him off. His secretary pokes her head in. Sorry to interrupt, but there's someone here insisting on seeing Ms. Bond. Says it's urgent. My heart stutters. But before I can respond, Eliana Webb walks in. The SEC investigator. Vincent's supposed other woman. She's younger than I expected, with sharp eyes and a sharper smile. Sorry to crash the party, but we have a problem. Antonio stands. What kind of problem? Someone tipped them off. She drops a file on his desk. Vincent's cleaning house. Servers being wiped, documents shredded. Paula's already tendered her resignation. The room tilts sideways. What about Savannah? Called in sick this morning. Her access credentials were used to initiate emergency protocols. Data purges, system resets. They're burning everything, Marquis realizes, using Savannah's access to cover their tracks. My laugh sounds hollow. No. Savannah's using her own access to cover their tracks. She chose her side. Not necessarily. Eliana perches on Antonio's desk. Your sister's good. Really good. The kind of good that leaves breadcrumbs if you know where to look. I sit up straighter. What do you mean? The deletions are thorough, but theatrical. Like someone wanting to make a show of destroying evidence while actually preserving it. Hope flutters in my chest, but I squash it down. Or you're seeing what you want to see. Maybe, she shrugs, but I've been watching them all for months. Your sister's different. The others, Vincent, Paula, they're true believers in their own lies. Savannah, she's playing a longer game. My phone buzzes again. Vincent. Baby, please, I can explain everything. Meet me at our spot? Our spot. The Rooftop bar where he proposed. He's panicking, Marquis observes. Good. I stand up. I'm going. Absolutely not, Antonio snaps. Think about it, I argue. He's desperate, scared. He'll slip up, say something we can use. Or he'll realize you're working with us and destroy whatever evidence is left. He already knows. The certainty in my voice makes them all look at me. That's why he wants to meet. He's not stupid. He saw the divorce attorney appointment, knows I've been ignoring his calls. He's figured out I know everything. Which makes him dangerous, Eliana warns. No. I shake my head. It makes him predictable. He'll try to charm me, convince me it was all a misunderstanding. That's his pattern. He never admits guilt, just reframes the narrative. Marquis studies me. You're going no matter what we say, aren't you? Yes. Then wear this. Eliana hands me a small device. Recording pen. Looks expensive enough to be believable as a gift from your fiancé. I slip it into my bag, then pause. What about Savannah? Leave her to me, Eliana says. If she's playing both sides, I'll find out why. In the elevator down to my car, Marquis catches my arm. You don't have to do this. We have enough to move forward. Yes, I do. I meet his eyes. Because it's not just about the money anymore. It's about making them face what they did. All of them. Even your sister? Especially my sister. My voice catches. Because either she betrayed me completely, or she's trapped in something bigger than we understand. Either way, I need to know. He studies me for a long moment. Be careful. Men like Vincent, they don't handle losing well. I think of all the times Vincent talked about his business victories, how he'd crushed his competitors, how he'd smiled while describing their downfall. Neither do I say softly. They're about to learn that. My phone buzzes one final time as I reach my car. A text from Savannah. Don't trust anyone, not even me, especially not me. I stare at the message, my hand shaking slightly as I start the engine. The rooftop bar awaits, and with it, answers I'm no longer sure I want. But that's the thing about revenge. Once you start down that path, the only way out is through. The rooftop bar looks exactly the same as the night Vincent proposed. Same twinkling lights, same skyline view, same soft jazz playing in the background. But everything else has changed. He's waiting at our usual table, 2 glasses of champagne already poured. My engagement ring catches the light as I sit down, and his eyes fix on it. You're still wearing it, he says softly. That's a good sign. I leave the champagne untouched. Is it? Lena, baby, I know you're upset, but this whole thing with Paula, it's not what you think. Really? I lean forward. Because I think you've been stealing from your clients. I think you used my best friend to help you do it. I think my own sister was involved. My voice doesn't shake at all. What part of that did I misunderstand? He blanches slightly, but recovers quickly. It's complicated. The market's been volatile. Investments didn't perform as expected. We had to make some creative adjustments. Creative adjustments? I laugh. Is that what we're calling fraud now? Keep your voice down, he hisses, glancing around. Look, I can fix this. I just need time to move some assets around, settle with the key investors. Using what money? The money you stole from other clients? His face hardens. You don't understand how this business works. Sometimes you have to bend the rules to what? To buy me expensive gifts? To fund your little hideaways with Paula? Paula means nothing. He reaches for my hand, but I pull back. She was convenient, that's all. She knew about the transfers, could have caused problems. I had to keep her close. The recording pen feels heavy in my pocket. And Savannah? Was she just convenient too? Something flickers in his eyes. Your sister made her own choices. What's that supposed to mean? He takes a long drink of champagne. Ask her about the Morrison case, about what really happened to those files. My blood runs cold. The Morrison case, my biggest victory, the one that made me partner, the one where key evidence mysteriously appeared at the last minute. You're lying, I whisper. Am I? His smile is cruel now. Why do you think I picked her to handle our IT security? She's very good at making things appear and disappear. The implications hit me like physical blows. Had my sister manipulated evidence to help me win? Had my career-making case been built on fraud? That's right, Vincent continues, watching my face. We're all dirty here, baby. So maybe we should focus on fixing this instead of pointing fingers. My phone vibrates. A text from Eliana. Don't react. Paula just turned herself in. Says she has proof of everything, including what really happened with Morrison. Get out of there now. Vincent's phone chimes at the same moment. I watch the color drain from his face as he reads whatever message he's received. You knew, he says quietly. You've been working with them this whole time. I stand up slowly. Goodbye, Vincent. Sit down. His voice is steel now. You really think you can burn everything I've built? That I'll let you walk away and destroy me? You did that yourself. I turn to leave, but he grabs my wrist, hard enough to hurt. If I go down, you go down. You really think your firm will keep you once they learn about Morrison? Once they realize their star partner's success was bought and paid for? I lean in close, my voice barely a whisper. Maybe. But here's the difference between us, Vincent. I can live with losing everything I have. Can you? He releases me like I've burned him. As I walk away, my phone buzzes again. Savannah. Storage Unit 247. Code 3591. Everything you need is there. I'm sorry, for everything. Tears blur my vision as I reach my car. Another text comes through. This one from Marquise. Paula's singing like a bird. Says Savannah was working with us the whole time. Deep cover. That's why she had to maintain access. You need to hear the whole story. My hands shake as I start the engine. Storage Unit 247. The same unit where Savannah and I stored our parents' belongings after they died. Where we promised to always protect each other. One final text lights up my phone. Vincent. You have 1 hour to reconsider. After that, I release everything. About Morrison. About your sister. About you. 1 hour, Lena. I pull out the recording pen, replay the conversation we just had. His threats, his admissions, his fear. Then I forward the recording to Antonio with a simple message. Move now. The storage unit awaits, and with it, whatever truth Savannah has been protecting. But first, I have one stop to make. It's time to tell my firm everything, about Morrison, about Vincent, about all of it. Because sometimes burning it all down means burning yourself too. And I'm ready to light the match. Storage Unit 247 smells like dust and old memories. My hands tremble as I punch in the code. 3591, our childhood house number. The metal door groans open, revealing stacked boxes and covered furniture. And Savannah, sitting cross-legged on Mom's old armchair. I wondered if you'd come alone, she says quietly. You know me better than that. I step inside, letting the door clang shut behind me. The SEC is outside. Marquis too. She nods, unsurprised. Vincent's been arrested. Paula too. I know. My voice catches. What I don't know is why my sister has been living a double life for months. Why she helped them steal millions, manipulated evidence, betrayed. I never betrayed you. Her voice is sharp. Everything I did, every lie I told, was to protect you. Protect me? I laugh bitterly. By helping them commit fraud? By gathering evidence. She stands, moves to a filing cabinet I don't remember storing here. By staying close enough to document everything. She pulls out a thick folder. Including this. I take it, scanning the contents. Emails, bank records, photos. All meticulously organized, dated, annotated. I've been working with the SEC for over a year, she says softly. Since before Vincent even met Paula. We knew he was dirty, but couldn't prove it. Then he started dating you. Understanding dawns, bitter as medicine. You used me as bait. No, she grabs my arm. I tried to warn you off him, remember? All those comments about him being too smooth, too perfect. But you were so happy, so in love. And then he brought Paula in, and everything accelerated. The Morrison case, I whisper. Did you really manipulate evidence? I protected you. Her voice hardens. Vincent was going to plant false evidence, make it look like you had fabricated documents. I just got there first, made sure the truth came out instead. My knees give out, and I sink onto a storage box. Why didn't you tell me? Because you needed to be genuine. Your reactions, your pain, it had to be real. Vincent and Paula were watching too closely, so you let me believe. My voice breaks. You let me think I'd lost everyone I loved. And it worked. She kneels in front of me. They got sloppy, made mistakes. Paula cracked first. She really did love him, you know. When she realized he was playing her, too. The storage unit door rattles. Marky's voice. Lena, everything okay? Give us a minute, I call back. Then turn to my sister. What happens now? Now? She smiles slightly. Now you get to decide. That folder contains everything. Every crime, every lie, every manipulation. Enough to bury them all. Including you? Including me. She meets my eyes steadily. I broke laws, Lena, even if it was for the right reasons. Whatever you decide to do with that information, I'll understand. I look down at the folder in my hands. Evidence of crimes and betrayals, yes, but also proof of my sister's desperate attempt to protect me, to bring justice without destroying my faith in myself. My phone buzzes. A text from Vincent's lawyer, offering a deal. Another from Paula, begging to explain. They're still trying to manipulate me, I murmur. Still thinking they can control the narrative. So change it. Savannah stands, pulls one final envelope from the cabinet. This is my official statement. Full confession, every detail. Use it however you want. I stare at the envelope, thinking of Vincent's threats, Paula's tears, all the lies wrapped in love and loyalty. No, I say finally. No? I stand up, squaring my shoulders. No more secrets, no more lies, not even well-intentioned ones. I move to the door. Marquis, Antonio, come in, all of you. They file in. Marquis, Antonio, Eliana. I hand Antonio the folder. Everything's here, every crime, every player, every detail. I take a deep breath, including my sister's role as an undercover informant and the full truth about the Morrison case. Savannah's breath catches. Lena. Because that's the difference between us and them, I continue. We tell the truth. Even when it hurts. Even when it costs us. Antonio leafs through the documents, whistling softly. This is comprehensive. Yes. I take my sister's hand, and we're both ready to testify. About everything. Everything? Marquis asks quietly. I slip off my engagement ring, let it fall into the box of old photos and faded memories. Everything, I confirm. It's time to burn it all down, the right way. Savannah squeezes my hand, and for the first time in months, I feel something like peace. Because sometimes justice isn't about revenge. Sometimes it's about standing in your truth, no matter the cost. And finally, I'm ready to pay that price. The courtroom falls silent as I take the stand. Vincent sits at the defense table, still wearing his practiced concerned expression. Paula beside him, refusing to meet my eyes. Their lawyers look confident. They think they know what I'm going to say. They're wrong. Please state your name for the record. Lena Alexandra Bond. And your relationship to the defendants? I lean into the microphone. Vincent Riley was my fiancé. Paula Miller was my best friend, and they used those relationships to perpetrate a fraud that stole millions from innocent people. Vincent's lawyer stands. Objection. Speculation. Sustained. The judge turns to me. Please stick to facts you personally witnessed. Of course. I smile slightly. That's why I'm here. To tell the truth about everything I witnessed, including my own complicity. A murmur runs through the courtroom. Vincent's mask slips for just a moment. Ms. Bond, the prosecutor begins, please tell us about the Morrison case. So I do. I tell them about the mysterious evidence that won my biggest case. About discovering my sister's role in protecting me from Vincent's attempted sabotage. About the moment I realized my greatest professional triumph was built on quicksand. I resigned from my firm yesterday, I say clearly, returned my partnership stake, because success built on lies isn't success at all. Paula starts crying silently. Real tears this time. And the defendant's fraud scheme? Objection! Vincent's lawyer again. The witness has no direct knowledge. Actually, I do. I pull out my phone, hold it up. Because Vincent confessed everything to me at the rooftop bar, right before he threatened to destroy my career if I didn't help him cover it up. The recording plays through the courtroom speakers. Vincent's voice, dripping with malice. If I go down, you go down. His face goes slack as he realizes. I didn't just record our last conversation. I recorded all of them. Every threat, every manipulation, every moment he thought he was in control. Ms. Bond, the prosecutor continues, what made you decide to come forward? I look at Savannah in the gallery, then back at Vincent and Paula. Because they taught me something important. About how easy it is to justify lies when you wrap them in love. How simple it becomes to compromise yourself when you're protecting someone else's secrets. Paula's lawyer whispers something urgent in her ear, but she shakes her head. The truth is, I continue, I could have stayed silent. Could have let my sister's evidence take them down while keeping my own hands clean. But that would have made me just like them, someone who chooses convenience over honesty. And what consequences have you faced for your honesty? I lost my job. My reputation needs rebuilding. The Morrison case will always have an asterisk next to it. I straighten my shoulders. But I kept something more important, my integrity. The questioning continues, but I barely hear it. I'm watching Vincent's face as he finally understands. He didn't just lose. He lost to the very quality he thought made me weak, my inability to live with lies. After I'm dismissed, Marquise meets me outside the courtroom. Paula's lawyer is asking to make a deal, says she'll testify against Vincent. Of course she is. I watch through the window as Paula sobs into her hands. She always had an exit strategy. You okay? He studies my face. That was quite a sacrifice in there. Was it? I turn to face him. Because for the first time in months, I feel clean. Antonio appears, looking pleased. Vincent's lawyer is suddenly very interested in negotiating. Apparently, they didn't expect quite so much honesty. No, I say quietly. They never did. Savannah joins us, slipping her hand into mine. Ready to go? I look back through the window one last time. Vincent is arguing with his lawyer, his perfect facade finally cracking. Paula is being led out a side door, probably to give her statement against him. Actually, I say, I have one more stop to make. The rooftop bar is empty this early. I walk to our old table, the place where Vincent proposed, where he later threatened me. The city spreads out below, unchanged by all our human dramas. I pull out the engagement ring from my pocket, the one I retrieved from the storage unit. Such a pretty cage it had been. With one smooth motion, I draw back my arm and throw it as far as I can. Watch it disappear into the morning light. Because that's the thing about truth. It costs everything, but it frees you completely. And I'm finally, gloriously free.